Necessity is the mother of invention, meaning when the need for something becomes essential, you are forced to find ways of getting or achieving it. The best things in life are free, meaning the most valuable things don't cost any money. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing, meaning a small amount of knowledge can mislead individuals into believing that they are more experienced and expert than what is actually the case. If you can't be good, be careful, meaning if you are going to do immoral things, make sure they are not dangerous. Out of sight, out of mind, meaning said to emphasize that when something or someone cannot be seen, it is easy to forget it, him, or her. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, meaning said to advise someone not to refuse something good that is being offered. Every picture tells a story, meaning said when what has really happened in a situation is clear because of the way that someone or something looks. First come, first served, meaning used to indicate that a group of people or things will be dealt with or given something in the order in which they arrive. Give credit where credit is due, meaning you should praise someone who deserves it, although you might dislike some things about them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, meaning said when you recognize that something is in a satisfactory state and there is no reason to try to change it. It never rains, but it pours, meaning said when one bad thing happens, followed by a lot of other bad things that make a bad situation worse. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, meaning you'll be safer if you know more about your enemies than you know about your friends. Like father, like son, meaning used for saying that a man or boy has the same attitudes as his father or behaves in the same way. Many hands make light work, meaning a task is soon accomplished if several people help. Money doesn't grow on trees, meaning said to warn someone to be careful how much money they spend because there is only a limited amount. There's no time like the present, meaning said to encourage someone to take action immediately instead of waiting. No news is good news, meaning said to make someone feel less worried when they have not received information about someone or something, because if something bad had happened, they would have been told about it. Put your best foot forward, meaning to try as hard as you can. Revenge is a dish best served cold, meaning taking revenge at a later date is more satisfying than enacting it immediately. Silence is golden, meaning said to mean it is often better to say nothing. Stitch in time saves nine, meaning said to mean that it is better to act or deal with problems immediately, because if you wait and deal with them later, things will get worse and the problems will take longer to deal with. The apple never falls far from the tree, meaning a child usually has a similar character or similar qualities to his or her parents. The bigger, the better, meaning how much you value or want something is decided by how big it is. The customer is always right, meaning said to emphasize that in business it is very important not to disagree with a customer or make them angry. There's no smoke without fire, meaning if unpleasant things are said about someone or something, there is probably a good reason for it. Third time lucky, meaning used to express the hope that after twice failing to accomplish something, one may succeed in the third attempt. Variety is the spice of life, meaning said to emphasize that doing many different things or often changing what you do makes life interesting. Enough is enough, meaning no more will be tolerated. This must stop. Don't mix pleasure with business, meaning keep your work separate from your private life. Where there's a will, there's a way, meaning used to mean that if you are determined enough, you can find a way to achieve what you want, even if it is very difficult. Wonders never cease, meaning an expression of surprise used when something unusual or unexpected happens. You are what you eat, meaning is the notion that to be fit and healthy, you need to eat good food. A watched pot never boils, meaning time seems to drag endlessly when you're waiting for something to happen. Actions speak louder than words, meaning Said to emphasize that what you do is more important and shows your intentions and feelings more clearly than what you say. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Meaning, an apple is nutritious and you will stay healthy if you eat one every day. Truth is stranger than fiction. Meaning, said when you want to emphasize that real events or things are sometimes stranger than imaginary ones. Better late than never. Meaning, said when you think that it is better for someone or something to be late than never to arrive or to happen. Blood is thicker than water. Meaning, said to emphasize that you believe that family connections are always more important than other types of relationship. Curiosity killed the cat. Meaning, said to warn someone not to ask too many questions about something. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Meaning, to act badly towards the person who is helping or has helped you. Easy come, easy go. Meaning, said when something, especially money, is easily got and then soon spent or lost. Fight fire with fire. Meaning, to use the same methods as someone else in order to defeat them. Money makes the world go round. Meaning, to be of critical or integral importance to the ordinary operation of life or the world at large. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Meaning, this means that a friend who helps you when you really need help is a true friend. He who laughs last laughs longest. Meaning, said to emphasize that the person who has control of a situation in the end is most successful, even if other people had seemed originally to have an advantage. Home is where the heart is. Meaning, your home will always be the place for which you feel the deepest affection, no matter where you are. Honesty is the best policy. Meaning, said to advise someone that it is better to tell the truth than to lie. If you build it, they will come. Meaning, if you put the time into making your dreams a reality, people will start flocking towards it. Ignorance is bliss. Meaning, said to emphasize that sometimes it is better for you if you do not know all the facts about a situation. It's better to give than to receive. Meaning, It is more virtuous to give or yield something than to receive something. It's no use crying over spilt milk. Meaning, it is a waste of time worrying, complaining, or feeling sad about something which is done and cannot be changed. The early bird catches the worm. Meaning, a saying that means someone will have an advantage if they do something immediately or before other people do it. Keep your chin up. Meaning, remain cheerful in difficult circumstances. Laughter is the best medicine. Meaning, said to mean that trying to be happy is a good way to stop worrying. Let sleeping dogs lie. Meaning, said to warn someone that they should not talk about a bad situation that most people have forgotten about. Money is the root of all evil. Meaning, said to mean that greed is the cause of a particular problem or the cause of society's problems in general. You can't judge a book by its cover. Meaning, outward appearances are not a reliable indication of the true character of someone or something. Never speak ill of the dead. Meaning, show respect to people who have died by not saying anything bad about them. You can't win them all. Meaning, no person can always succeed. You can't get blood out of a stone. Meaning, something that cannot be obtained regardless of how much force or persuasion is used. What goes up must come down. Meaning, means that things change, and if something is increasing or rising, it will eventually decrease or fall. Walls have ears. Meaning, something you say to warn someone that it is not safe to speak at that particular time because other people might be listening. Two's company, three's a crowd. Meaning, said when two people are relaxed and enjoying each other's company, but another person would make them feel less comfortable. Time will tell. Meaning, you will discover in the future what the result of a present situation is. There's no place like home. Meaning, one feels most comfortable at home. The more, the merrier. Meaning, used to say an occasion will be more enjoyable if a lot of people are there. Seek and you shall find. Meaning, something can be found if it is looked for. Effort will be rewarded. Practice what you preach, meaning to do the things that you advise other people to do. People who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, meaning this means that you should not criticize other people for bad qualities in their character that you have yourself. Out of the frying pan into the fire, meaning said when you move from a bad or difficult situation to one that is worse. Opposites attract, meaning used to say that people who are very different from each other are often attracted to each other. Once bitten, twice shy, meaning said when you are frightened to do something again because you had an unpleasant experience doing it the first time. There's no such thing as bad publicity, meaning said to emphasize that it is better that something receives bad publicity than no publicity at all. No pain, no gain, meaning suffering is necessary in order to achieve something. It's never too late, meaning means that it does not matter how late it is. A person should always take the opportunity to pursue their goals. Don't throw good money after bad, meaning incur further loss in a hopeless attempt to recoup a previous loss. Life begins at 40, meaning means that when one reaches the age of 40, life becomes better. Maybe because one has the skills, experiences, and means necessary for an enjoyable life. It takes one to know one, meaning is a remark one makes when criticised by someone who has similar failings. Fortune favours the brave, meaning a successful person is often one who is willing to take risks. In for a penny, in for a pound, meaning used to express someone's intention to see an undertaking through, however much time, effort, or money this entails. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Meaning, always continue to keep trying after an initial failure or setback, since success does not usually occur immediately. History repeats itself, meaning things that have happened in the past will or tend to happen again in one way or another. Go the extra mile, meaning to make more effort than is expected of you. Forewarned is forearmed, meaning Said to mean that if you know about something before it happens, you can be prepared for it. Flattery will get you nowhere, meaning used to tell someone that praise will not persuade you to do anything you do not want to do. Each to their own, meaning used to say that everyone likes different things. Don't try to run before you can walk, meaning to try to do something difficult before you have learned the basic skills you need. Strike while the iron is hot, meaning to take advantage of an opportunity as soon as it exists, in case the opportunity goes away and does not return. Talk is cheap, meaning used to mean that it is easy to say that one will do something. The end justifies the means, meaning said about a situation in which the final aim is so important that any way of achieving it is acceptable. The pen is mightier than the sword, meaning said to emphasize that thinking and writing have more influence on people and events than the use of force or violence. Time is money, meaning said to emphasize that you should not waste time because you could be using it to earn money. Two wrongs don't make a right, meaning said to emphasize that it is not acceptable to do something bad to someone just because they did something bad to you first. Waste not, want not, meaning said to advise someone not to waste anything because they might need it in the future. Bad news travels fast, meaning when something negative happens, people learn of it quickly. There's no such thing as a free lunch, meaning said to emphasize that you cannot get something for nothing. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, meaning you have to take a risk in order to get something good. Patience is a virtue, meaning the ability to wait for something without frustration is a useful skill and a good aspect of one's personality. The darkest hour is just before the dawn, meaning things often seem at their worst just before they get better. A picture is worth 1,000 words, meaning used to say that it is often easier to show something in a picture than to describe it with words.